Making one video might leave you high and dry. So should you make a video series? Because making just one video on its own just might not punch through and cut the mustard. What do you think, Mike?
You know, on this one, I'm going to defer to the voiceover guy. Let's see what he has to say about this. Voiceover guy.
If people like your video, they will want more. So give them more.
He makes a good point. I don't think one's enough either.
I don't either. So you're probably freaking out right now going, it's hard enough to make one video, but we are going to take you through some really key points to help you make your decision on making one or many.
Making just one video, even if it's a great video, might leave you high and dry. It's a really important concept to think about your content as a suite of content and not just a standalone. And the reason for this is because you're building engagement over the longer term with your audience. And for me, it's a bit like a streaming service. You know, sometimes you sign up to a streaming service because there's a title you really want to watch. That title's great, it keeps you engaged. But if there's not enough similar types of content, then eventually you're going to unsubscribe from that service. What do you think?
I agree wholeheartedly, and I've done this myself, especially because there's just so many streaming services at the moment.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've downloaded one and I've consumed the show that I really wanted to watch.
Yeah.
Then I've gone, there's really nothing else here like it.
What was the show?
It was the new Sex and the City series called and suddenly I can't even remember the title of it, but you know, I really wanted to see that, and then that's it. There's nothing else on the channel like it. So I think as well, when you sort of throw it back to a YouTube type series as well, people need time to get to know you.
Yeah.
So if you only make one video, they don't have an opportunity to really figure out who you are and come back for more. And often when I find someone on YouTube that I really like, I want to see more of their videos.
Yeah, so think about your content like a streaming service. You know, you're not going to get married after the first date, or at least most of us aren't. You're building a relationship here. You're going to need lots of content to build rapport with your audience and keep them engaged over the longer term.
You know, there is another really big benefit to doing a series, and that's the multiplying effect. So all the channels, whether it's the streaming channels, YouTube, even Instagram, the algorithms really respond well to creating multiple videos, and they will serve your content up more if there's more content to show and people are enjoying it.
The reason for this, voiceover guy, what's the reason?
Social platforms rely on people's behavior and use algorithms to decide what content you see.
That's the reason. These algorithms work to keep their audiences using their platforms for longer. So if you can create more content that keeps them on their platform longer, it's a win-win. It's a win for the platform and it's a win for you.
So it's a really, really strong way to build authority for your brand, creating a series that people can watch and consume, and they can take on more and more of your video content, and it's just better all round from that perspective.
So in video, you often hear about the video that went viral, the overnight success, right?
Yeah, well, that's right. And you think, oh my gosh, how did they create this one video that was so amazing? But it's, when you really peel back the curtain, it was not one video, it was an established brand, and they already had a really strong established audience, and when they released that video, it just hit the mark and took off.
It will happen. You hear from these great content creators, gurus like Gary Vaynerchuk, and they will tell you, they don't always know what's going to be the winning video, but there is a pattern that emerges about, you know, 1 in every 10 might just go off, you know, and it just explodes. It goes viral. And often you find that the videos that go really big with millions of views have hundreds of videos behind them, which have built audience, strengthened the algorithm, etc.
Yeah, and the algorithm, that is really good point. So that's what we were saying in point 2 before as well, is the algorithm is so important in getting your videos seen and out and having the platforms actually serve them up. So all these viral videos, those content creators would have learned from all the videos they produced previously, and they'd actually then tailored that video to try and meet all the things that were working, and they got it right.
So we're really talking about shifting your thinking away from making one great video, and that's a great goal. You always want to make great videos, but shifting that so that you're now thinking about a suite of content that's going to release over a long period of time.
So in summary, what we've just talked about is creating a new concept and giving people an opportunity to get to know you or the brand, and that's why making multiple videos for your brand can be really beneficial. We also talked about the multiplying effect, how the algorithm can really benefit, and you really get that benefit through doing multiple videos. And then the third point we talked about was overnight success and viral videos.
So is one great, brilliant, standalone video enough?
What does he think?
No, one video is unlikely to be enough.
I think it's pretty conclusive. I mean, we'd love to know your thoughts on this. Do you think you could just make one awesome video and have it do everything you need? Or have we kind of convinced you that making multiple videos is actually going to be really helpful for you? So the next question you've got is probably, how exactly do you go about making a video series as opposed to a standalone? And we actually did a whole episode. I'm not sure if you remember this. It was back in series 1 in episode 14, and it's even called How to Make Your Own Video Series. So go and check that one out and it'll be really helpful for you.